What's it like living in Philly?
Stressing.
Why is it stressing?
Because you got these young kids out here, they don't have a father figure in their life.
Yeah. Oh, and wow.
It's like, as you can see, the younger kids now is like as young as 13 being shot on the streets.
That is true.
So it's like we need that father figure, We need that, Black Fathers Matter movement.
Yes. Oh, wow. So that's your idea.
That's my idea.
Black Fathers movement.
Yeah.
What are you doing about? Are you working on something like that?
No, I'll just set it random. It's random.
What's your name?
Maurice.
That's a great idea. I love that. Thank you so much, and hopefully we can link up again.
I appreciate it.
Take care. Recently, there was a shooting. There was a shooting. I mean, in fact, it is as if for me, and it is every single day there's a shooting and someone dies in Philadelphia. And not in Germantown. Germantown, and we've been going around interviewing various people. One gentleman said, I said to him, what's it like living in Philadelphia? He said, we need fathers. We need to develop a fathers movement. The young people, the young men are going crazy. Yeah. Now, when I spoke with that gentleman yesterday, I did not know, and he was in Germantown, close to Mount Airy side, closer to Mount Airy. Little did I know that there was a shooting yesterday, right by Duval, between Duval and through there, between Johnson Street there, yeah. But and Johnson and Duval, but right there is always shootings. There's always a shooting in that particular area, in that spot. There's always some shooting, but it was, I understand from a neighbor, David, a very good neighbor of mine, that he was telling me yesterday after I interviewed the gentleman that there were young people, the two teenage boys, used a pistol, a handheld gun, it was as if they were shooting a semi-automatic. In fact, it was a makeshift it was a handgun that they reorganized or remade into a weapon that could shoot like an automatic weapon. And that's what happened yesterday. I understand what 2 persons were killed because two young people. And then reports are coming in today that there was a shooting in Roxborough High School. There was a shooting. Some group of guys were walking off the football field, and a car pulled up and fired shot at the boys. I think hitting some of the. One young man was killed, and the others were injured, and one of them were in critical condition. I'm not sure what's going on. But today, the police are reporting that they have found a 16-year-old boy who is a suspect. It was a prime suspect. And I am,
a prime suspect of what?
Of the killing in Roxborough.
With the 2 college kids?
There were 2.
There was like 5 college kids.
They were walking off. They just finished a practice.
Are you serious?
They were having a practice or a game at Roxborough High School, and they were walking off the football field. And a car drove up and just and just started shooting at the boys.
What?
Killing one. One boy was 14 who died, and then the others were injured. I think the others were. So they found one of the boys who was doing the shooting. 16 years old.
So these 2 incidents are not combined?
No, they're not. It's 2. Well, we don't know because you know how there's a lot of reprisal shootings that takes place. Right. A lot of that happens. Correct. Between North and South Philly. South Philly boys going to North Philly. Between North Philly and Germantown, or North Philly and Mount Airy. I mean, that's what happened in these. And I say to people, and the gentleman said to me, the boys in Philadelphia they need fathers, and that is true. Yeah, and they lack foundation. It's not just not having money. It's the foundation is no longer there. There is this social decay in society, and I've spoken about this before. A young man, he was 22. He said to me, his brother is so angry and he grew up in the foster care system, and he's angry, and he was mistreated, and he sees him taking it out on society.
Wow.
A lot of people are, a lot of persons are alluding to that. I've said, of course, yes, there's other socio-economic factors, poverty and falling median incomes and so on and so forth. But a lot of these, and if you study young and look at how they live and observe them, it's a different kind, the idea about self and others and about people and this value, this foundation. It's not all young people, but there is something that needs to change about society. There's something needs to change. Something is happening in society with our young people and the way in which they're being socialized, the value that's being placed on life. People don't have that value no more. People don't regard life as one of the highest ethic to protect, the highest responsibility that we have to protect. Not just our life, but the life of another person. But we, young people, and this young man said on the show, on the interview, he said, we need a fathers movement. That's a good idea. We said we need a fathers movement. Because for him, a lot of the young men are committing the crimes, and many of them, where are their fathers? And many men are locked up in jail today. And if they are here, they are shirking their responsibilities, many of them. Because of the cycle, this culture of men not taking responsibility. Some men, not all men, some men. But there has been a spike in violence, and it's as if it's infecting more and more of our boys, so that more and more of our boys are Welcome to another episode of the Neoliberal Round podcast. I'm Ronaldo McKenzie. Today is part 3 of a series entitled Living in Philadelphia, where we go to various parts of Philadelphia asking residents and professionals, business owners, various people, what's it like living in Philadelphia? Today, we actually we continue to speak with people at various places, and today we spoke with, today's episode, we actually stopped at, we spoke with a gentleman, and we asked him what's it like living in Philadelphia, and he spoke about, it was very powerful, and that was the excerpt that you heard just now. He said to me, Philadelphia, the young people the young men, they need fathers, and that's what's missing, and he even provided a solution, a recommendation, which I thought was quite profound, which is something for us to explore as we think about the midterm elections coming up. And actually, we also in this episode we also talked to several people about the elections, whether or not what their interest, trying to get their interest level, and whether or not they are aware of what's going on and who is running and who they're going to be voting for. We had 1 or 2 discussions with some people. We also stopped in Andorra, Roxborough, another section of Philadelphia. Very quiet, very peaceful. We spoke with a medical doctor, and we also spoke with a manager there who talked about what's life like in that section of Philadelphia. And we also stopped at the Tiffin Indian cuisine. It's amazing, guys. You got to check them out. It's in Mount Airy. I walked in there, and the food is amazing. I've eaten from there, and the people are amazing. A lot of food, diversity of food and restaurants here in Philadelphia. Not just in South Philly. Many people go to South Philly or Center City, but in Germantown, in Mount Airy, and in Germantown, and East Falls, and so on and so forth. But this episode promises to be quite exciting, quite interesting. We'll be right back after these messages. I am here in Andorra, PA, right on the outskirts of Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Right at the McDonald's here. A beautiful lady. What is it? Are you from Andorra?
I'm from Roxborough.
Roxborough. It's in the same area.
Yeah.
What's it like living up this side of Philadelphia?
It's very quiet.
Very
boring.
But with all that's going on in Philadelphia, is this the place to be?
It's nice to like have your peace here and go into the city for the shenanigans when you want to deal with them.
Yes.
But like be able to come home and just not have to deal with any of it.
Yes.
Like that,
and you are at this Andorra McDonald's. You're one of the managers here.
I am.
You're the manager here. Have you been to other McDonald's?
Who hasn't?
This is very nice. It's very quiet, peaceful, very clean.
Yeah, we try.
Why is it so nice? What's different about the air here?
I think it's because it's removed from the city.
Yes.
It's a suburb. We don't have as many skyscrapers or as much like pollution, traffic, things like that.
Yes.
It's a smaller, tight-knit community, so
right.
we take care of it,
Oh, nice. Now, there's an election coming up. Do you know who's running?
No, I don't do politics. I don't do
You
politics.
don't do,
No.
Oh, you don't? I've been doing... Okay, you don't...
It's literally picking the lesser of two evils, no matter what they're running for. It's who's not going to be the absolute worst.
Oh, what is it that concerns you the most, though? As you look at what's going on in the world and in your area, and because not much going on here too. But when you see what's going on, what's the next outlook?
Just the way the social climate is right now.
Yeah.
How people are being treated based on the color of their skin, or their religious preferences, or anything like that. Can I curse?
I'll edit it out. That's fine.
Okay, I'm a big fan of like what you eat doesn't make me. If what you're doing or what you believe in or what you practice doesn't affect me directly, I should have no judgment, no opinion, no anything, because it's not affecting me as a person.
Yes.
Now, once you start affecting me, then
right,
you might
when
have
they
an
impose
issue.
those values.
But if you're just living your life and doing what you want to do, bro, do you?
Have you ever voted in any election before?
Yeah.
Oh, that's probably on
the first election I was able to vote for was Obama.
What about this midterm coming in?
I'm not voting.
But
I don't like any of them.
But that might be on the ballot. That might be on the ticket. They might be discussing the very same issue that you want to protect. That might be on the ballot.
If so, then I will vote.
All right, we're talking with one of the managers here from the area, and Philadelphia and Roxborough is in Philly.
Yes.
So Roxborough is in Philly.
So if you come out of here and you make a left, that next light,
yes,
Andorra stops, Roxborough begins.
Oh.
So it's like right there.
Thank you so much for participating in the podcast, the Neoliberal Podcast, man. It's all happening right here. We have amazing people in Philadelphia. Thank you so much. And what's your name?
Brittany.
Brittany. Thank you, Brittany. Have a good one.
Careful there, bud.
Welcome back to the Neoliberal Round Podcast. And we are still here in Andorra / Roxborough, Philadelphia. And I have an amazing gentleman here with me. How are you, sir?
I'm good. How about yourself?
I'm doing very well. And you are from Andorra. Where are you from?
So originally I'm from Phoenixville, Pennsylvania.
Phoenixville, Pennsylvania.
Yeah, right outside King of Prussia. But
okay.
I've been living in Philly now probably like 7 years now.
And what's the difference? What's the difference between Phoenixville and here in Andorra?
Not too much. I definitely get a suburb feel to the Andorra region of Philadelphia.
Yes.
Kind of like my hometown. So there's some similarities too, but definitely more diverse. I get more of a diverse population here in Andorra.
Okay. So, and what are some of the major challenges that you have to go through here, if any?
Probably the traffic. Traffic is
okay, but apart from that, it's sedate, quiet, peaceful.
Very quiet, very peaceful.
Yes.
Yeah, very quiet, very peaceful. The community's great.
Yes.
I work as a doctor. I'm a resident doctor.
Oh,
yeah.
where do you work at?
I work at a small hospital in Norristown, probably 20 minutes around here. But
okay, and
I went to medical school at PCOM, which is right around the corner from here. So
yes. So you are sold out in Philadelphia, but this is a real nice, quiet section in Philadelphia.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yes. And do you plan to stay here sometime? I mean, for the long haul?
Probably for the next couple of years, I do.
Okay, great. And what are some of the things that you hope the city? What are some of the things you hope that they can implement or do for the future to make any changes, any major changes? What are some of the vision you have for Philly and for this particular area?
I wish the healthcare system could be a little bit better here in Philadelphia.
Yes.
You know, long waits. I do believe in universal healthcare. So
Yes.
I think that's something that I hope that our government passes.
And it's an election time coming up.
Yeah,
and are you interested in the elections coming up?
Yeah, I would say so. I still have my research to do on some of my.
Who are the people running for governors here?
I think John Shapiro is working for governor. That's all I really know. So I plan
on participating. Any idea about how you can how you can contribute to the development of this particular city, which you're already doing, and how others can? What do you have to say? Any last words?
I think we just all have to, everybody has to do something. I think one little piece of a puzzle can go a long way. So we all put those pieces together. I think.
Thank you so much.
We can make some big changes. So.
And will you be participating in the midterm elections coming up?
Yeah.
Okay, good. At least one person. Some of the persons I spoke with didn't know about the midterms or weren't sure.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Take care.
Nice meeting you, man.
Yeah, man. Hey, welcome back to the episode, to the Live Around podcast. We're looking at what's life like living in Philadelphia. And I'm here at Applebee's. It's amazing. It's beautiful. I don't know if you guys might be used to City Line, but there's an Applebee's right here in Roxborough.
Yeah, in Andorra.
Andorra. And talking to Chloe. Chloe, how long have you been living here in Philly?
2 months.
2 months. What's it like?
Well, in Roxborough doesn't make me feel like I'm in Philly much, kind of.
What did it make you feel like?
I don't know. It's nice. I like to be in excluded areas away from certain things.
Yes, it's very quiet.
So yeah, I like the area.
And where you used to live before?
In Lancaster.
Oh, Lancaster County, PA.
Yeah.
Oh, so what's the difference between Lancaster and here?
Population for one.
Yes.
Not a lot of things to do there. I didn't live with Amish.
Yes.
It's more of the city.
Yes.
So there's not much of a difference.
Okay.
It's just out here I don't know nobody, so what's the difference?
And there's a midterm election coming up, you know that, right? What are some of your top concerns? What are some of if you were to...
I wouldn't know because I don't pay attention to any yet.
Oh, you don't?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
And you're a young person.
I am.
A lot of young people are apolitical. Why do you think so?
I got other things to worry about.
And some of those things, anything, and you don't have any concerns so far?
I guess not. I don't know. There's not really much concerns that I would have.
Yes. But
there probably is. I just don't pay much attention.
Pay attention to what's going on.
Yeah,
what about student loans?
Definitely student loans because I am a college student. So.
Oh, do you see what's going on with Biden and he's trying to give a relief, provide you with relief?
Hopefully, I'm included in one of those.
But they are fighting against it.
They should not.
So that's an issue then that's an issue on the table. See what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I'll tell you.
We're talking to Chloe here, and she's an amazing young woman, and we're here at Applebee's. It's great. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And this is the Live Around podcast. We'll be right back after these messages. Ronaldo McKenzie, welcome back to the Live Around podcast. We're right here in Germantown, right at the corner of Germantown Avenue and Price Street, and I have a young lady. And I would like to ask her, what's it like living in Philadelphia?
What I like to live?
What's it like living here in Philly?
Nothing.
Do you like it here?
No.
Why? What's going on?
I don't like it. Never liked it. I've been here for 10 years and I never liked it.
What? Why you don't like it? Where are you from?
It's too ghetto.
Oh. But I've been in several parts of Philadelphia interviewing people from various areas. What area do you
North Philadelphia.
Oh, you're in North Philly. And what's North Philly like compared to the other areas? Like East Falls and West Mount Airy. Have you been to that section? Mm-hmm. And do you like that area?
Yeah.
What's that now?
What's different about it?
Like, it's not ghetto. It's so silent. I like the street silent.
Yes. But there's any area, apart from that being ghetto, you still live here? And why do you still live here?
Because I don't know. I mean, I left for 1 year. I went
Yeah.
to Puerto Rico, but then I came back because Puerto Rico
Yes.
it's not
Right.
good enough.
Well, thank you so much. And are you gonna? I mean, are you interested in what concerns you the most? New Jersey. You like New Jersey?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Are you gonna be voting this election?
Maybe.
Maybe. Why maybe?
I never vote.
You don't want it to be better. You don't want the maybe what your contribution could make it better.
Oh,
Yes, by looking at some of the issues and how it concerns you. But thank you so much for participating in the Neighborhood Round, and take care. And I hope it gets better here and you can do something to make it different.
Okay.
All right, take care. Is it true that Doug Mastriano is running in the upcoming elections? Is it true that he wants to ban gay marriages?
Wait, what?
That's what. Did you listen to the address now during the break?
No, I did not. I was listening to the beat.
No.
Of the music.
Okay,
that
you were
was-
listening
that
to
was behind the ad.
Victory Belongs.
GPS signal lost.
That's fine. Victory belongs to him. Victory belongs. Something like that. It's what a woman singing. Victory belongs to him. Something like that. She was singing, and then there was a break.
Yes.
Doug Mastriano wants to get rid of gay marriage.
I did not pay that no mind. I was still in the zone.
And I heard it, and I said to myself, okay, I wonder if he heard that. And so let me ask you. Well, yes. Listen, you know we're in election year? You know it's an election time coming?
Yes, but I didn't.
Who are you voting for? Have you been thinking about the elections?
I don't even know who the candidates are.
Oh, wow.
And that's a shame coming out of my mouth. And knowing who my partner is. That's
Do
a
you?
shame.
Okay. This guy wants to. It is said, according to one of the other candidates,
So
this
who are they?
this guy is against gay marriage. So, if there's an election coming up, I mean, what's your position on gay marriage? Do you have a position on gay marriage? Do you think it should be
I think
made illegal, or do you think that
anyone
it
who loves
should?
another significant, whether if
Uh-huh.
it's the same sex or not, they should be able to get married.
Okay. Anyway, so therefore, if Doug Mastriano is running, if Doug Mastriano is running, and he is seeking to make gay marriage illegal, it then goes against one of your position. Your position is that anyone seeking to get married should be allowed to get married.
Yes. Well, it's
So therefore, Doug Mastriano.
because a lot of states they made it legal.
So my question to you about this man, listen to the question. So therefore, that's an interesting ad, because one of the candidates raised an issue about another candidate that speaks to your issue.
So,
But how is it? But you're not thinking about it.
Is it true or is it false?
But the
And you
issue,
said it's a candidate. They are going to throw shots at each other.
yeah. But of course,
So,
I mean, I'm quite sure.
So, are the facts that they are putting out, are they true or false?
We know that Doug
Or they
Mastriano,
trying to,
he's Republican, he's conservative, he's against gay marriage. We know that, okay? He's against that.
Well, I didn't know that.
Well, I mean, there we go. You see that? I mean, that's what I'm telling you. When I listen to things, I listen to everything. Even the ads might be telling.
Well, then that's a shot right
And
there.
so I see it goes to show people's level of interest with political and stuff, because you heard the music and then the ad came in, but you didn't pay any attention to the ad until I asked you about it. And there were, but you raised a very important. You have a philosophical viewpoint on these things. Yet, this very election may help to determine your philosophical viewpoint. Something that you accept and you want to have happen and might be affected by this very election. Yet still we don't really give thought to it. That some people, you know what I mean? So therefore we got this is something, and that's why we're going to be coming up on the next podcast episode. We will be looking at who are the candidates running in the upcoming in the elections coming up. Who are the candidates in Pennsylvania? and probably in other notable parts of the world. In New York, in New Jersey, in California, in Detroit, and so on and so forth, in Atlanta. Who are these people? This is the Neoliberal Realm podcast. We'll be right back after this. About the midterm elections coming up this November.
The midterm elections coming up?
You know there's an election coming up.
Right.
When is it? Let me see if you know.
November, I want to say November 8th.
November 8th. And okay, do you know the candidate for governor?
I don't know the candidate for governor. I don't. And hold on, wait. Nope, I'm not even going.
Oh, wow. Is anybody? Are you interested in the elections coming up?
Am I interested?
Yes.
I haven't really had much time to think about it, and that's a bad thing because I probably should start looking into that.
Well, two of the candidates is John Mastriano. He's the Republican candidate, and there's also Josh Shapiro, the Democrat.
Shapiro, okay.
And they may have. What are some of the issues that's very important to you?
Out here?
Yes.
Gun violence, minimum wage, cost of living, a lot. It's a lot
What
that
about
needs
school?
to be touched on. School, exactly. Education is definitely.
Do you think government should provide more funding for people like yourself to get an education and so on?
Yes, I feel like a lot of resources that we got out here should be put forth to different things, especially our education. They wonder why they can't keep these kids in school. Kids don't see the fun in it.
Well, I heard that do you know that Mastriano wants to cut funding from $19,000 to $10,000? I'm not a supporter of either of the candidates, but one of the candidates want to do that.
Yeah, no, that's not
and
good.
So therefore, if that means this election should be important to you, if they're thinking about cutting stuff that you think should be
especially
should be
when it
beefed
comes
up.
to school.
Yes,
exactly. Education is important. These are the kids of the future.
Yeah, man. Well,
So,
thank you. This is the Neoliberal Realm podcast, and keep following us. And I hope you get involved and find out what's coming up and who's running and what are the issues.
I appreciate you.
Take care. Listen to us. All right. Take care. Let me give you. Welcome back to the episode. I'm here with a young lady, and how are you doing? How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well. What's it like living in Philly?
It's pretty fun. I mean, I don't live directly in the city. I live like right outside of it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, when I come in here, it's like really fun. I get to do whatever I'd like to.
Thank you, sir.
There's a lot of stuff that I get to do.
Okay, like what?
I mean, I personally like driving around, even though the streets are kind of
Okay.
But, I just mainly like driving around with my friends and then like stopping at Target or something.
Yes. And what concerns
stuff.
you about what's going on in some of the cities and Philly and so on?
I'm really concerned about the drug and the opioid epidemic and everything like that. Like I know a lot of addicts myself, like in my family and everything like that.
Right.
And I just want there to be like more awareness for like everyone like that's up in Kensington and everything like that, for them to get more help and everything like that.
That is
you know what I mean? Like they just need more resources to help them get them back on their feet. Like they're people too. They're not criminals.
And are you're over 18, I presume?
Yes.
Okay, are you going to be voting in the next election?
Of course I am.
Oh, what's a hot button issue for you? What's a hot button issue? Topic issue?
Oh my God, there's too many to even think of just one.
Top 2 that comes to your mind.
Top 2 that comes to mind. I mean, I'm really like I said, obviously
the opioid issue,
obviously, and I just think gun control is really important and everything like that. Like I just think it's crazy how like the statistic there's 3 guns to every person in the U.S. including children. That's ridiculous.
And you are in PA?
Yes.
And who is running for governor?
Running for governor? Oh, I don't. Oh my God.
I'm
a terrible person. I'm gonna go vote. I promise. I'll look up everything I need to do to go vote.
Okay. Well, thank you so much. And what's your name?
What was that? Yeah, Alex, thank you so much.
And what's your name?
Alyssa.
Alyssa, thank you for participating in the Neoliberal Round.
Yeah.
And you are great.
Thank you so
All
much.
right.
Have a good night.
Man, take care. Be safe too. What kind of restaurant is this?
It's Chinese.
Chinese. And
yeah.
how long have you been around?
We've been around about close to 30 years.
30 years?
Yeah, 28.
28.
Yeah.
What kind of food? And you specialize in Chinese cuisine?
Chinese, cuisine.
Shin?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. It smells really good in here.
Thank you.
What are your opening hours?
We open 11 o'clock to 9 o'clock every
9
day.
o'clock? All right. Thank you so much. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Get a comment from you guys. What's it like living in Philly? I'm doing a podcast series. What's it like living in Philly? What's it like living in Philly?
How old are you? I'm a lot older than you.
Dangerous. That's
dangerous?
It. Just very dangerous.
And which part of Philly you live?
I live in North Philly.
North Philly, and and you've been in several. And what part of Philly are we now?
Right now we're in Northeast Philadelphia.
Okay, and have you been throughout all of Philly? What's it like compared to various parts?
Compared to this part of Philly, compared to others, this is the safest part of Philly you could possibly be in.
Yeah.
It's honestly no competition. North Philly, West Philly, and South Philly. You just want to.
Dangerous.
Exactly.
Are you trying to get out of Philly? Or are you trying to change it?
Oh yeah, I'm definitely getting out of Philly.
You're not trying to change it?
No. It's not,
you can't change it?
You can't change what people don't want to change. They're already stuck in their ways, so you just gotta leave them alone.
So where you want to go to?
I want to go to Thailand, honestly.
Thailand have their issues.
I know, but that's besides the point. I want to have my issues looking at the beach, not looking at these buildings.
Are you over 18?
Yeah, of course.
Are you going to be voting in this year election?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Who are you going to be voting for?
I feel like I have to vote for it because the bald guy, he can't win.
Oh.
That Republican bull.
Who is that? Mastriano?
Yeah, John. He can't win.
Okay. Wow. That's true. Well, thank you guys. Thank you. And what about you? You live in Philly. What's it like living in Philly?
It's the most dangerous city in the USA.
Oh, wow. We're live right here in Northeast Philadelphia, right here in the Daily Around podcast. What about you, sir? What's it like? No comment. Thank you so much. Stay tuned. You know what was quite interesting, as you know, doing this series, this podcast series on life in Philadelphia. As you go around interviewing people from various parts of Philadelphia, you find that some people, depending on where you are, the experiences are different. And of course, it's depending on if you live on, there are some parts that people call the better part of Philadelphia, and there are other areas which are very depressed and vulnerable. And the people who live in the better part of Philadelphia are aware of what's going on in some of these areas, and they are just as concerned, and it affects them as well, because sometimes these spill over. The car theft, that's and the burglary, those things are also part of the issue, but they're just as concerned about some of these issues, and it's quite interesting. And just so you know, you can support to this show. You can subscribe to the show for free by going to https://anchor.fm/theneoliberal/support, or you can also donate to the show by going to anchor.fm/theneoliberal/support. Subscribe for free at the Neoliberal, anchor.fm/theneoliberal, and of course the donate. If you want to donate, you can go to just add support to /support, and you go there, you get there. Just so you know, you can visit us at ronaldocmckenzie.com and theneoliberal.com. This is the Neoliberal podcast, brought to you by the Neoliberal Corporation, sponsored by Anchor.fm by Spotify.